All right, so the conversation this month is all about ADAS, Advanced Driving Assistance Systems. And if you're not in the know, then you've tuned into the right show. But beyond ADAS for consumers, we've got to think about the solutions that are out there for commercial customers. And to come to the rescue on that topic, of course, we can count on Rostra. Today, we have our product specialist, Dan Bisceglia, joining us from Vox Electronics to give us the breakdown of a couple key items that you might want to know about to offer your commercial customers. This is CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM, all about Rostra. And it starts now. What's going on, guys, and welcome to another CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. We are talking ADAS, but more specifically, we're going to kind of turn a page here and not talk about consumers so much, but focus on the potential in commercial customers. And to do so, one brand has absolutely dedicated their entire catalog to this segment and doing it very well, might I add. And that is, of course, Rostra, very invested in the OEM side of things. Now, Dan, welcome to the show. What are we going to be talking about today?
Hi, Ben. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here. We're going to talk about all of the Rostra products today, specifically for commercial ADAS systems. We're going to talk about some of our backup camera and monitor solutions. Then we're going to talk about cruise control because it still is a thing in our marketplace today. And then finally, we're going to talk about speed limiters and why they're so important for all of the commercial, fleet, and business owners that are out there.
All right, Dan, thanks for the overview. I'm excited to get into it. But first, an opportunity for our partner, SiriusXM, to remind you dealers out there why it's always an excellent add-on sale. And when we come back, let's talk about some commercial ADAS solutions from Rostra. Don't you dare go away.
Hi, Paul Truman here with SiriusXM. We reached out to some of our partners in the industry, and here's what they had to say.
I can't say more or enough about just what it means to have our unit working with SiriusXM. It's like we're there now.
The SiriusXM service is something consumers want, right? So it's Paul.
That allows a consumer to listen to either podcasts, entertainment, sports, all at their fingertips. It's all about engagement, and that's what SiriusXM provides.
SiriusXM is a huge component in a vehicle nowadays. Consumers expect that technology to be available both in our OEM system as well as the aftermarket upgrades that they're applying to their vehicle.
Alpine and SiriusXM, through our electronics, are able to offer the consumer on the aftermarket side SiriusXM 360L, which is an expanded platform for SiriusXM. And it's really been a beneficial relationship for us with SiriusXM.
As a dealer, just remember, we don't compete with anybody else. We are absolutely one of the best profitability accessories you can add to any head unit that is SiriusXM ready.
And welcome back to today's show. We're talking ADAS with Rostra today. We've got Daniel Bisceglia in the studio with us. Dan, you talked about the three categories we're going to be jumping into. The first one, of course, is a very important one because it's so relevant. So many vehicles out there are looking for a solution when it comes to rear view cameras. However, the commercial environment is a little bit different. So first, let's break out what options that are available. Maybe we can get into the specifics of why these products are engineered specifically for this purpose.
When it comes to commercial monitors and cameras, we have a wide selection of options for everybody. We have commercial grade cameras with IR sensors, so they have a really good night vision. We also have commercial cameras that mount on different places of the vehicle. So no matter where you need to see, we have an option for you. When it comes to the commercial monitors, we have different solutions there as well. We have different sizes from 7 and 9 inch. And we also have replacement rear view mirror monitors just in case there's not a place to put a dash mounted monitor in the vehicle.
You know, Dan, one question I had for you is what really, makes the difference when it comes to the build, maybe some feature sets between a commercial grade product, especially in monitors and cameras, and something that's maybe more built for the consumer? Are there specific traits of these products that, dealers need to know about when selling this through to their commercial customers?
Yeah, Ben, that's a really good question. Consumer products are meant to be on light trucks, cars, and SUVs. The commercial camera solutions we have are heavy duty, high waterproof, high dust proof. They're meant to be on all of those commercial vehicles that you see on the roads. Those vehicles go through things that a regular consumer car won't. So we want to make sure that we protect the product properly. So we have 4-pin threaded connectors so that connectors are waterproof and they don't come apart. And then we make sure all of our cameras are dust proof and waterproof as well. That way, when they're in all of those work environments, they're going to stand up to time.
And I gotta say, I am quite impressed with the type of cabling that comes with these kind of systems. If you look at most of these consumer, rear view cameras, it's a very basic kind of thin and very, I don't want to say weak, but not the most robust connectivity when it comes to how these cables come together. If you take a look at the Rostra ones, certainly overbuilt. I do have a question, however. We're talking about wiring. What about situations where, maybe wiring isn't an option, or maybe I want something wireless? Is that an option as well?
Yeah, that's another great question. We do have wireless cameras and monitors available for our customers. They work well on any vehicle, but especially on those vehicles where running cables is really hard. We have a couple customers with garbage trucks. If you've ever seen a garbage truck, you're thinking, how do I get a cable from the front to the back? With our wireless camera solution, all you need is power and ground on the back of the vehicle, and you get a nice, clean wireless transmission to the monitor in the cabin. That system is compatible with up to 4 cameras, so you can have different views depending on what type of vehicle or solution that you need. The system also has a built-in DVR, so not only is the camera wireless, but the monitor will record all of the video that's received.
I really like what you said there, Dan, because one thing about commercial vehicles is they want to track performance. They want to track anything that's going on, and the fact that you can not only have a wireless system, but you can also record off every feed from every camera within the system. I think if dealers knew that and they could communicate that with potential commercial customers, that is a major feature that they might not be aware of. So take note of that. All right, last but not least, when it comes to purchasing these products from Rostra as a store, for example, what are the options? Are these coming in bundles? What is my best avenue as far as looking at how to book inventory for what I should have in stock?
So in the past, Rostra used to provide custom kits. When you ordered a kit part number, it came with the camera and the monitor all in one box. The problem with that system is that you didn't have the flexibility. If you wanted a specific camera with a specific monitor, that's great. But what if the customer needs a different camera? Now you have to stock 2 different kits in your store. With our new a la carte system, you're able to stock the cameras and the monitors separately. So now you have everything you could possibly need to make a custom solution for any commercial vehicle that comes into your store.
All right, so that pretty much wraps up the offering from Rostra when it comes to monitors and cameras and DVRs for that matter. And as you heard Dan say, a la carte. So build the system to your customers' needs. All right, quickly moving on to our next topic, which I was scratching my head a little bit. I'm not going to lie, Dan. Cruise control. I mean, cruise control has been around for so long. So please enlighten me when it comes to why cruise control is even a thing anymore.
Yeah, Ben, it's crazy to think in 2024, we still see vehicles without cruise control from the factory. And in commercial trucks and vans, that's even more popular. If you look at the brand new Transit EV from Ford, this is a fully loaded electric vehicle, but it does not come with cruise control on any trim level. It's available as an option, but you have to specifically look for it. And what we're seeing is customers are ordering these vehicles not knowing that cruise control isn't included. So Rostra has a solution for you so that you can add cruise control back to those vehicles, giving you a comfortable driving option as well as giving you options to save fuel. Cruise control is proven to save fuel and be more fuel efficient on the road. When you have an EV, now you can save on range as well.
All right, Dan, you've got me sold, and I did not know that, so thank you for sharing that information. But very critical because maybe bringing up cruise control in your next dialogue with your commercial customers should be a thing. What is there that we need to know about, though? Because from what I understand, not all cruise controls are the same format.
Yeah, that's right. There are 2 different styles of cruise controls. The first style is our global or mechanical cruise. This cruise control system is for most of your older vehicles that have a cable driven throttle and accelerator pedal. When the cruise control is installed, it's installed directly to the throttle on the engine that is controlled by the cable on the accelerator. So we have all of your old vehicles covered with that. For all of your new vehicles that are drive-by-wire, we have a custom pedal interface solution. These solutions wire directly to the accelerator pedal, and in most solutions, they go directly to the CAN network. So it's a plug-and-play installation Very easy and integrates directly to the vehicle. So whether you have an old vehicle, a classic car, or a new vehicle with a drive-by-wire system, we have all the solutions for you. One more thing I want to talk about with cruise control is our new style cruise control switch. For a long time, our traditional cruise control switch had all of the basic functions, but our new style cruise control switch has added features and functionality. One of those features is a memory function. Just like you would store memories on your radio for your SiriusXM stations, you can store memories on your cruise control switch for speeds. So if you drive the same roads every day and one of those roads is 55 and another road is 65, you can set those speed limits in your cruise control so that you can quickly access them while you're driving down the road. The system also has a driver controlled speed limiter function. So if you drive that road every single day and you know there's a speed check on that road every single day, you can activate the driver controlled speed limiter function. You preset it to whatever speed that you want, and when it's activated, it will not let the vehicle accelerate past the preset speed. Now you can ensure that while you're driving down the highway, you won't get any tickets.
All right, sounds like there's some great options when it comes to cruise control, so don't discount it. It's a thing, guys. All right, our last topic of our conversation today is about speed limiters. Now, this one, I'll tell you, more companies, more brands and fleets probably require this feature more than you know. So, Dan, why don't you break it down exactly the benefits as well as what's available from Rostra when it comes to speed limiters?
Our Rostra speed limiters use the same control module as our cruise control. So it's a custom pedal interface that's very easy to install. The speed limits are preset at the factory during production. So when you order them for the vehicle, you tell us what speed that you need. Once they're installed, the speed limit's hard coded, so it cannot be overridden by the driver. Now the driver is driving that vehicle. If the speed limit is hard coded to 65 miles per hour, he cannot accelerate past that 65 mile per hour mark. The one thing to note is we are controlling the acceleration of the vehicle. We do not control slowing the vehicle down. So if you happen to be driving on the highway and going downhill, the vehicle may pick up a few extra miles per hour.
All right, Dan, thanks for explaining how that works. But talk to us a little bit about some of the benefits so that our dealers could kind of use these in our pitch to commercial clients.
One of the biggest benefits of a speed limiter is fuel efficiency. It is proven the slower you drive, the less fuel you consume. So if you can limit your drivers to 55 or 60 miles per hour, you are reducing your fuel consumption, which in turn saves you money every day. Another great feature is you are limiting speed tickets. So if a driver can't speed while they're going down the highway, they can't get a ticket. There's other options in there for insurance discounts. All you need to do is talk to your insurance provider, let them know that you have a speed limiter in the vehicle, and they may be able to provide you with a few discounts every year. With all of those savings, it all adds up, and that's extra money in your pocket every year.
Absolutely love that breakdown of benefits. Certainly not arguable for sure. All right, so when it comes to the actual application side of things, are there any limitations that we need to be aware of? And how many different models or ranges do we need to know about when it comes to, quoting a customer on said vehicle?
One thing we want to keep in mind with these speed limiters is that they're integrated directly into the accelerator pedal. If a vehicle comes with cruise control from the factory, that cruise control functionality is done at the engine control after the accelerator pedal. So what can happen is that a driver can use that OEM cruise control to accelerate past the preset speed limit. Rostra has an optional accessory that can be installed into the vehicle to cancel that OEM cruise control out when the top level speed limit is reached, preventing the driver from accelerating past that top set speed. For all of our application information, you can go to rostra.com and put in your vehicle details. All of these speed limiters and cruise controls are vehicle specific because every single vehicle accelerator pedal and CAN information is different. So again, if you're looking for application specific information, go to our website, rostra.com.
That was Vox Electronics and Rostra's Daniel Bisceglia joining us today for a full session on ADAS solutions. If you want more information, I do encourage you, like Dan said, to head on over to the website for more details at rostra.com to get more specs on any of the products discussed on today's show. Now, here's my takeaway. ADAS is the next big category, guys, not only for consumers, but as you can see, absolutely for your commercial customers. If you're already doing other categories, whether that be lighting or security, add this to your portfolio. Great solutions, including cameras, monitors, cruise control, and yes, speed limiters as well. These are simple installs that you guys already know how to do, so optimize your next sale when you're pitching or quoting that commercial customer. That's it for the CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.